Let's see what you liberals have to say now that a founding trustee of the Heritage Foundation, who wrote Project 25, openly endorses Kamala Harris. So is she pro Project 25 now? Yeah, I want to hear you liberals justify that.
Yeah, we saw that at the DNC, everybody singing Project 2025. Even at the debate, CNN senior reporter Daniel fact-checked him was accusation that Project 2025 is a part of Trump campaign. It is not an initiative of Trump. Vance campaign itself made it clear. I don't understand why these people continue to say this extremely concerning. This guy did well. He called out like Libra should now say something pertaining to it. Would they stay silent after this guy endorsed Kamala?
So first, let's listen to something that Governor Walz said about the conservative Heritage Foundation think tank's initiative known as Project 2025.
Their Project 2025 is going to have a registry of pregnancies. It's going to make it more difficult, if not impossible, to get contraception and limit access, if not eliminate access to infertility treatments.
This claim, which Governor Walz has made before, is false. Project 2025's 900-page policy document is online. You can read it. I've read it. Nothing in it proposes to make anyone register their pregnancy with the government. What Project 2025 does propose is that the federal government takes steps to make sure it is getting from every state detailed after the fact anonymous data on abortion and miscarriage. The federal government already gets this data from almost every state on a voluntary basis. Project 2025 wants to make it mandatory for all states, but there's no pregnancy registration involved in this data collection today. Project 2025 doesn't propose to change that. And in fact, Tim Walz's own state of Minnesota already posts detailed after the fact anonymous abortion and miscarriage data online on the state health department website. There is no pregnancy registration in Minnesota, of course. And I should also note that while the governor referred to their Project 2025, it is not an initiative of the Trump-Vance campaign itself.
Yes, there is one thing I noticed with Democrats. If they stick to one lie, they will make sure to repeat it over and over. They have been repeating this lie even after it has been debunked by many people. Even Trump came out to say, I don't have a hand in that. They will still continue to do that. Even this issue, oh, Trump want to ban abortions. We all know that is not what Trump said. The state should decide. They always continue to say this, even knowing deeply that it is a lie.
Okay, so everybody seems to be worried about J.D. Vance and dishonesty, or Donald Trump and dishonesty. I never hear the same concern about Harris and the lies that she tells about Trump, or in Walz himself, who gave the most disastrous response to a question about his own dishonesty about being in Tiananmen Square that I've ever heard.
So I was in Hong Kong and China during the democracy protests went in.
In a debate. He also did the same thing with Dana Bash when questioned about dishonesty a couple of months ago. And effectively what he has said is, sorry, guys, I'm too dumb to tell the truth. I mean, he called himself a knucklehead.
I've not been perfect, and I'm a knucklehead at times.
I have bad grammar. This is a guy who holds himself up to be a school teacher and a coach. Is that the life lesson he's giving the kids that are under his care? Hey, you can lie, and then you can just kind of slough it off as being, too dumb to tell the truth. I think we spend 99% of our time going down rabbit holes about Vance and Trump and honesty in campaigns, and we spend no time at all holding Walz and Harris to the same standard, and I don't understand it.
Tim Walz won this VP debate. Sure, it wasn't the knockdown, drag out thing that I've been joking about all day. It was more of a...
Yes, if I tell you the truth, maybe you'll not believe. I don't watch CNN, but when Scott started doing this, I was more interested to see his segment. What he did on this clip is amazing. Calling out media double standard in all that, like news recently came out that Kamala husband slapped, I don't know if it's the ex-girlfriend. You will not see the media cover that. They will not say anything. They will stay mute. Just imagine that it was Trump. They will repeat it over and over so you can understand exactly how these people operate, but it should not be like that. If you call yourself a media house, you should be able to report the truth, not what favors you every time. When I look at what happened during the debate, where they struggled to always shut up, even mute J.D. Vance mic.
Tim Walz One, this VP debate. Sure, it wasn't the knockdown, drag out thing that I've been joking about all day. It was more of a quiet, consistent domination. Yes, shaky at the beginning. You could tell he was completely out of his element at the start. And JD Vance, boy, I tell you, A+ in performance politics. Did you notice the blink-free stare at the camera? The constant use of the moderator's name, Margaret this, Margaret that. The over politeness. How about the constant references to his family and the hillbilly upbringing? Pulling on those heartstrings to come across more human, since there's been so many other ways that they've tried their best to dehumanize anyone, especially immigrants. Did you notice how a lot of the most important questions were conveniently ignored by JD Vance or eloquently danced around? Because I will give him this. He is a gifted orator, as I would expect being educated at Yale and having your JD from there. He was able to say a whole lot, but the thing is, it was a whole lot of nothing. Just like the main man on his ticket. He had a concept of a lot of things, but not anything that was really rooted in strong policy or strategy or anything at all. One thing that was really clear was that he likely should have been the main person on their ticket and not the VP. See, and that's the thing that makes Tim Walz even more likable and even more qualified.
Yes, these people will never cease to amaze me. When I look at this lady giving out flimsy excuse like JD Vance was too nice. What do you mean by that? He should not be polite. If he now say, "Oh, I'm not polite, I need to be that tough," people will complain, "Oh, JD Vance hate women." You will see with Libras, they will always look for something to degrade you. We have seen how the impression they had toward JD Vance when he came on stage, they saw a different person. They could not even believe that this is the same person they have been talking every single day, struggling to pick out clips out of context into different podcasts, to pass out wrong messages. When they saw the real him, now look at this. This lady is offended that he was able to debate that way, challenging this guy, speaking the truth on certain issues. Where's the problem?
I think what you saw tonight was the kitchen table versus the Ivy League. I went to the same law school as J.D. Vance, and that's how they teach us to do it. Slick, slick, slick. The problem is J.D. Vance changes personalities like most people change suits, and his job was to come out tonight and try to sane wash the crazy. Sane wash all the crazy stuff he said against women, against Haitians, to sane wash Donald Trump, and he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for the pesky facts. He lied the entire night. He lied about American energy production, which is up. He said it's down. He lied about health care. He said Donald Trump saved Obamacare. You'd have to be literally
I was on Capitol Hill. He did.
He lied about the insurrections. He said we had a peaceful transfer of power. He lied. He said he never supported a national abortion ban. Donald Trump is the gaslighter in chief, and this is his loyal lieutenant who came out here to try to polish up the crazy. And I think Americans need to be very, very careful. This is a very, very deceptive guy. We are trained to do what he did, and don't fall for it.
You can clearly see how they're panicking. Look at Van Jones. Oh, this is how we are being taught. Then why are you not like that? Oh, JD Vance is more intelligent than you. I don't understand. It is crazy. That don't fall for the trick. This guy is scared of JD Vance. He has said it on different segments on CNN how JD Vance is not someone you need to play with. Reasons you can see him like this.
The fact that the Democrats, by every poll I read, are, I would just say, losing their base. I mean, if you look at non-white working class voters, there has been a 61-point shift. That's an incredible amount from 2012. That's in 12 years. Obama in 2012, when you were the Attorney General, I think won it by 67 points, that demographic. Biden won it by 48. Now he's only up by 6. What's going on there?
I think that she wants to take him out. Bad moment for Tim Walz in this debate where he got mixed up and embarrassed in answering a question about exactly what month he had been in China in relation to the Tiananmen Square protest.
And so I think that the people who want the fist fight are the base of the Democratic Party.
Perhaps get some points in that area.
Are you f***ing kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? He is a truth teller.
And I'm done with you.
This is something that I know is right, and you guys.
Trump.
I don't care if they're right.
I have to just excuse my